Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Kamal Hassan. Always a pleasure talking to you. You've been tweeting in very mysterious language over what's happening in Tamil Nadu. Please tell us the mystery behind your tweets. What is the message that Kamal Hassan wants to send out today?
Kamal Hassan is being careful so that it doesn't get embroiled with the violent forces that are now in politics. They have been in politics for quite some time now. So I'm being careful wording what I have to say. I'm trying to maintain my equipoise and not show any of my anger which might lead to violence. That's why the mystery. Otherwise, I'm
no, you're angry.
To speak
am I to understand, Kamal Hassan ji, that you are angry? Am I to understand that you are angry with something that has happened? If so, what are you angry about?
My anger has come to a point where it's now come into exasperation. It's been going on for years. I remember these kind of broken promises for nearly 40 years now, maybe more. I'm not blaming one party. It's high time that people realize their responsibilities and come forward and say that, look, we are, you told us democracy means we get to call the shots, and we are not getting it. We don't need leaders. We are not sheep. We don't need to be led. We want people who will work for us, for the nation, like we are.
No, are you saying that, are you saying, and I know you're using the word equipoise, but I want clarity. You're saying that from what I gather that the leaders of Tamil Nadu, irrespective of either side, in the Sashikala or Paneerselvam war, are not working for the people of Tamil Nadu. That's where your anger is coming from. Am I correct to interpret that? That you are disgusted and angry with the politicians of Tamil Nadu?
Not. I mean, let me... of the whole of India, please, let me not just let down my people. The whole of India to begin with, and now let's come to Tamil Nadu, which is what I'm qualified to talk about by virtue of where I live. But otherwise, the whole of India, my Kashmir, my Arunachal Pradesh, that's what I want people to think. I want Kashmiris to think that it is their Tamil Nadu also. So that's how we'll have to start. With that premise, let me tell you that I'm not going to jump into the bandwagon or the wagon, or whatever we call it, of Mr. Paneerselvam. I mean, the last conversation I had was during the Jallikattu, where I told him he should go to the people. The one before that, we were fighting. We were on the opposite side of the spectrum, throwing allegations at each other publicly on the newspaper. But that's all not the point. Let's not get beside ourselves now. No. I think that we'll have to see how the state can be run.
Right. Are you willing to take a plunge yourself? I'm just asking this. Are you willing to take the plunge and go into public life?
I have said it in another interview, but then truth has to be said only in one way. I stain my hand every 5 years with a dot here when I vote, and that's how far I am willing to accept the stain to spread, not anymore. And I am political. I make my statement. I have political ideologies, but I settle for what is available and what could be good for the people, because they have the mandate to choose their leader. I'm one of them.
Right.
I'm willing to even accept that. I don't want my way all the way, but there is a time when all of us will have to come to a consensus and decide.
No, sir, the reason I'm asking you this is what is trending on social media, particularly in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, is we don't want Sashikala. Do you support that? Do you believe that Sashikala Natarajan is an interloper, is someone who should not be the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, that the people of Tamil Nadu voted for Jayalalitha, not for Sashikala?
They're all that. So let's not now pinpoint a lady. I won't say poor lady. That's furthest from truth. And no, they're all there in that. It's a conglomeration of corruption. So I'm not talking about that. Right now, given this thing, we have a choice. We have a CM who was sworn in, and he has not shown any signs of damage or incompetency.
Right.
He has been good so far. We don't know what's coming to us, and you can't keep dumping us with your party indecisions. Party decisions are a different thing. This is party indecision.
Sir, I have to intervene because you have made two very important statements. You have said, when I asked you about Sashikala, you used the word conglomeration of corruption. And in the context of Paneerselvam, you said he has not been incompetent. I think despite your equipoise, you are making it very clear that you are disappointed in the manner that Mr. Paneerselvam has been shunted out and is being replaced by Sashikala. I think you are actually finally not being diplomatic. You are saying it as it is. Let's be very clear. You are an icon of Tamil Nadu. You need to speak out at this moment.
Because I'm saying that Mr. Paneerselvam is not a friend, is not a foe. He's a tool to execute my democratic will. And it doesn't matter. We'll find another tool much sharper than him if need be. And that's where we should be seeking. That's the direction we should take. We can't settle for what is in the name of equipoise. We can't get blunter and blunter tools that we go back to Stone Age. Our tools have to sharpen technologically.
Sir,
and that's where we'll have to go.
Sir, let's not talk in riddles.
We'll
Kamal Hassan,
sir,
we all respect you. Let's not talk in riddles. Let's be clear. Why don't you say it as clearly as possible? You are disappointed at the manner that Mr. Paneerselvam has been removed from office and that you have reservations about Sashikala as Chief Minister. Let's be honest.
Absolutely. No, I have reservations about both of them. But right now, this guy has proven his mettle and he's okay. And we'll throw him out of office if we feel that he's incompetent again.
Right.
And that's how it should go, and no other way. And that's the will of the people. That's what I'm saying now.
I think you are being very direct.
I have no sides to take with either the lady or the gentleman.
No, I think you're making it clear now. You're making it clear to the people of Tamil Nadu that you believe that Mr. O. Paneerselvam is not incompetent, therefore should be given a chance and should be allowed to govern. If he's proven later incompetent, the people can throw him out. But to that extent, Sashikala should respect the will of the people rather than imposing herself on the people of Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely. Even I can't, with all my connection to television channels, cannot just impose my will. I can only speak of what I think. I might be proven wrong. I don't care. But I must speak. If I don't speak now, I'm not an honest man. I'm with the rest of them.
You know, you are making various very important points. I just want to understand, do you believe that the people of Tamil Nadu have been ill-served by their political class, that the political class needs to recognize the aspirations and the needs of the people of Tamil Nadu, that the political class of Tamil Nadu has become corrupt? You yourself used the word conglomeration of corruption. Look at the way MLAs are being shunted today to a hotel, to a safe house being kept there. Surely this does no credit to the image of Tamil Nadu or the great legacy of the likes of Kamaraj, Rajagopalachari, the great leaders of Tamil Nadu, or Periyar or Annadurai.
Let us not get carried away by nostalgia. I'm saying Tamil Nadu has not had the best of service from politicians for nearly 60 years now. The first 10 years were glorious, but then Congress, when even Rajaji, Kamarajji, they all become complacent. They thought they will do their job and people will accept. Then came the Dravidian parties, and those promises were also not kept. And it's sort of churning into a quagmire now. I don't see clear liquid at all.
Let me therefore ask you, in this quagmire, at the moment, do you think the best interests of Tamil Nadu are with Paneerselvam and not Sashikala? That Sashikala, by virtue of the fact that she was close to Jayalalitha, cannot use that as a reason. Do you believe she is not qualified enough to become the Chief Minister at this stage?
I don't think it's right on the people. I don't know what our qualifications are. Neither do the people. I've been sticking around with somebody for long enough doesn't make you qualified for the profession. I'm a lawyer's son. That doesn't mean I could go to the court and argue a case. I'm an actor.
No, I think
I trained for that.
That's as big as it gets.
So we don't know, and you have no.
You know, that's as big as it gets, because you are now saying that you believe that
Yes,
Sashikala at this stage has shown no reason, just the proximity to Jayalalitha in your view is no reason to make her chief minister, but the MLAs are with her, sir. How can we ignore what the MLAs feel?
Absolutely. Now look, it's enough. I beg your pardon for repeating what I'm saying.
Yes.
But I think the time of playing dice is done with Mahabharata. We can't be playing dice and hawking our family, wives and lives in favor of these numbers. I mean, let them trade in horse. We don't trade. We are the people.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one last time, sir.
And you cannot allow this.
You can't allow horse trading. You're disappointed overall with the manner in which horse trading is going on, the manner in which you believe this entire drama is playing out. My final word, sir, what would your advice be to both the Paneer Selvam and Sashikala camps at this stage? That should Tamil Nadu have a fresh election? Should there be a fresh election?
Why should we spend Exchequer's money on that now? We had something going, let it go on. And if we feel that he is not competent enough, we'll throw him out of office when the time comes and when we spend our money on an election. Ultimately, these politicians think they are spending the money. We are. So we are spending the money on the election. It's my money because I pay taxes regularly. So I should have control of when they'll spend my money. I've already lost control of how they spend my money.
So you feel let down today. I see in your voice a sense of frustration, a sense of feeling let down, almost betrayed by the political class of Tamil Nadu.
For how long? I've known only betrayal from the time I've been a boy.
Right.
And one reason or another, it's not big enough for me. And when they keep saying this is the reason we could have done it, that's not good enough reason. Show me results, show me roads, clean my rivers. You've done nothing. We have 2 gutters running around Chennai. We started with rivers 100 years back.
Right. I just sense in you
starting from simple sanitation.
Right. Do you believe that because of what you call this conglomeration of corruption, they have distanced themselves from the people and people's issues, the politicians of Tamil Nadu?
Absolutely, it happened to the Congress when they thought they got the freedom for the country and then people and they owe each other something. It's not true. Results are to be seen for us to let them continue there. And we could have done so many things with just 5 years. You promise, and we've wasted half a century and more on improving a state. And if this is just the state of a state,
right,
what have we done to the country?
You know, I sense in you a potential budding politician. You're saying, of course, that the only time you do politics is when you put the black ink on your finger. But in this anger and frustration, I sense someone who could become a politician if you chose to. I mean, I'm just wondering, given the, the film star politician, the MGRs, the NTRs, would Kamal Hassan's name ever be added to that list or no?
I don't think so. And if you believe in prayers, I don't. If you believe in prayers, pray that I don't come, me and my men, so angry, come into politics because we'll carry guns when we come.
My God,
we don't want that. This is a nation which has set a legacy of peace and ahimsa. And please do not change it from that. I may not live to see it. I don't want to live to see it. But do not push the people that far that there will be a revolution. They're taking it too lightly because they've been charlatans for too long.
We saw the people, you know, only a month ago in Chennai come to the streets on the Jalaikattu issue. Do you believe that the people of Tamil Nadu will now come to the streets if the politicians don't get their act together again?
They will. And believe me, you made them cunning. They were not cunning. They were naive and they were full of non-violence. Now you made them cunning. Next time when they come, it'll be different. And the next time, it'll be worse. Please do not play with this kind of fire. Use it to warm yourselves momentarily and go away. This is fire that we can't afford to play with. This is democracy.
You know, I'm just, you know, you really are going, you know, you're speaking you're talking of the anger of the people turning into a revolution. Do you believe that Sashikala Natarajan should realize that either she should fight elections and work for the people? You simply, as you said, cannot become the chief minister merely because of proximity, particularly when you have serious corruption charges against you. That would be a betrayal of the mandate and the legacy of Jayalalitha as well.
Let's not make it very topical. This is right now, it seems, this is anger that has been stored. We've been storing up our anger, and by naming persons, we're getting only topical. This is just one reason. There have been many more reasons. Unless you get your act together, it's a clarion call. It's a clear signal from the people to all politicians. Why name a few? Why name Mr. Pannirselvam or Mrs. V.K. Shashikala?
Because at the moment they are the ones in the...
They are as much...
because at the moment they are fighting this war for thrones. It's all about power.
Yeah, what throne? What throne? There's no throne. We'll stomp on the crown. We've done it before. We've thrown a crown out of India. And we will not allow it to happen again. There will be no more thrones. There will be no more zamindar. There will be no more bosses. And that's how it has to go.
So you believe that the leaders of this country, and particularly in Tamil Nadu, have treated themselves as queens and kings. The time has come to get out of that monarchical mindset. The time has come to respond to what the people want.
Yeah, I mean, they're mixing various icons, putting it together, religious, political, all together, and they're making demigods of themselves. We know the trick. We are actors. We've been there, we've done it, but we do it momentarily for 2.5 hours. They've been doing it for half a century now. Enough.
So you're saying what you've seen in the last few days, particularly the manner in which Sashikala has tried to stage almost a silent coup, has led you to say enough is enough. Time now to serve the people, not yourself.
Yeah, the people are also talking now because they could not have spoken 10 years back, 5 years back. The time, I don't know whether it's ripe or decayed. So we don't know. But it's time now that we spoke, because various things have happened in the film industry. Every industry is corrupt because of intervention. The film industry, the box office is a black money laundry shop now. It's become that.
Okay. Kamal Hassan,
so no business is straight.
You know, you have given me today an interview which should resonate across this country. You have spoken about the anger of the people, the sense of betrayal, the fact that they will come to the streets tomorrow if our politicians don't get their act together. You've also made it very clear Mr. Pannirselvam is not incompetent, and that Ms. Sashikala should, in a sense, back off from this confrontation. And the very fact that she is proximate to Jayalalitha is no reason for anyone to become chief minister. Those are all big news points that we've got. You've spoken out. I know you said equipoise, but I think you've come out and I think you've revealed exactly where you stand on the battle for Tamil Nadu. I appreciate, Kamal Hassan, you're joining me and giving me this very, very frank and candid interview. Thank you very much, Kamal Hassan, for joining me.